Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a highlighter collection kind of swatch video. I did do this video in the past on my laptop. I think the lighting is just better with my phone, so I'm redoing it, and I'm doing it in my dining room, and I'm doing it with a tripod that I've never used before, so if my eyes are all over the place, that is why. I have to get used to kind of using it. So really quickly, today's look, I did more of like a sultry kind of glittery look. My hair is curly. I don't tend to really love it curly, but it's curly. So that's that. Alright, so let's get right into the swatches. So I'm going to start with, I think, like the gel stick kind of highlighters. This one is from the MAC Quick Trick Stick. I don't think you could get this anymore, but it's the Softly Does It highlighter, part of the stick. So this one looks like this. It's more like a pink kind of translucent kind of your skin better kind of a color. I don't know if you can even really see it. This is really good for people that are fair. I think it complements the skin really nicely. It's probably one of my favorite highlighters. I'm choosing to do the gels first just because they're the easiest to kind of remove, and I could fly through them pretty quickly with the swatches. So the next one is like a illuminator highlight stick from Wet n Wild, and it's an 800 Wonder Nude Strikes. It looks like this, a little bit smaller, but the actual like ball of the highlight is a bit thicker. This is the one that I have on today. It's also kind of like a pearlescent-y, kind of a pink tone, cool tone highlight. This is like a gel stick, and it comes out more like a sheen than it does like a sparkle for a highlight. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Highlighter in Sin. How does this open? So the funny thing about this is I have the palette from Urban Decay, and Sin in the palette is pink, and Sin for the highlighter isn't. It's a completely different kind of a color. So it looks like this in the pan. Sorry. And I want to say it's kind of like a champagne, but it's like so light you could barely see it, and this is probably one of the worst highlighters, and I don't use it that much. So next I'm going to talk about ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in Flexitarian, but it says super cheek, so I don't know. It's pearlized, comes like in a pan. This is a highlighter though, so I don't know why it says cheek, because blushes say cheek, I don't know. And this is like more sparkly. I don't know, it says it's pearlized. I don't know what kind of finish I would describe it as, because when you put it like on your finger, it's like really like a wet highlight, like in texture. But that's like a pretty kind of champagne highlighter. It is more on the sparkly kind of side, but it's a really good buy. I think this was only like $8 or something like that. So next I'm going to go into like a palette highlighter. So it's an eyeshadow palette, but it comes with a highlighter. So this is MAC the Basic Bitch palette, and this big circle right here is the highlighter. This one I would kind of say is like, what was this again? Yeah, I would say it's like a powder. It's kind of like a pink that kind of shifts gold. I don't know if you could really even see it. It tends to be more on the kind of sheer side. You have to really like build that one up. So next I'm going to do the Stila, I think that's how you pronounce it, Glitter and Glow highlighter. Now I don't really consider this a highlighter, and I use it more as an eyeshadow, like a glittery kind of a base, but since it says it's a highlighter, it's going to be in this swatch video. So it comes like with a stick. Now I'm going to show you in the swatch what I mean, because I think this is more of like a eyeshadow than it is like a highlighter. And it's like a rose gold kind of a tone, and this is in the shade Kitten. So I don't really consider this to be a highlighter, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. So now I have my last 3 highlighters, and these are my favorite highlighters. So the first one's going to be the Luminous Urban Decay Naked Illuminator. The shade is Luminous. It comes with a little brush, and then the top is like this. It's like a little shimmery kind of ball thing. I want to try to pick this swatch up as best as I can. So this is like really glittery, and it's kind of like, I would describe it as like a white, more like a white toned kind of a highlighter, and has a lot of sparkle. And this is also really pretty for girls with light skin. I think it just complements fair skin tones really well. I do tend to kind of use this one a lot, but because it's coming down to like not having really too much left, I try not to really go in and use this that much, because it's like 50 bucks. So yeah. The next one I'm going to talk about is the JLo Inglot Collab Highlighter in Live in the Highlight. So I don't know if I even said or not, but this is the Jennifer Lopez Inglot Live in the Highlight highlighter, and this is like in a sparkling dust illuminator. That's what it's described as. Give me 1 second. And this is more like a true gold kind of a sparkly highlighter. I kind of like more of these dusty kind of highlighters because they give you more like a sparkle, and I think that's just what I tend to lean towards for a highlighter. Okay guys, so the last highlighter I'm going to be showing you today is the Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes, and Bodies Illuminator, and it says Feb 06, I guess, is the color, and it's from Inglot. It's also sparkling dust, and this one's more pink toned, and this is my #1 favorite. Sorry, the cover part wasn't there, so I got thrown off. This is my favorite highlighter. This is just like Unicorn Dream highlighter. It's really opaque, and it's kind of like a pinky white color, but it's really intense, and that's why it's my favorite. A little bit goes a long way. I put a lot because I wanted to give you guys a really good swatch, but these do tend to be like $20. So again, I don't try to use the more expensive stuff that much. So I tend to get like Wet n Wild and MAC and stuff, because even though these are packaged, they give you a lot of product. The more you like if you do makeup a lot, like me, like I have a makeup page, you're going to be using highlighter a lot, and you'll tend to fly through it without even noticing. So that's why I try to use more of a kind of drugstore kind of a highlight in between, to kind of not waste my product. So overall, my hands are really glittery now, and those are my highlighter collection swatches. So I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.